person who loves cats. I never meant to get so fat, but here I am despite what's done. So let's get into this and have some fun.
Hello everyone, I just wanted to do a little intro video, and it's been really hard trying to find somewhere to do it because I have two cats meowing at home and a husband in a very small home, and yeah, trying to find time to do it as well has just been... So here I am, this is me sat in the car on my way home. And I just wanted to do a small introductory video to explain why I've started this channel. Do I look better if it's there? To explain why I started the channel and to explain what I hope to document. Anyway, so I started the channel for several reasons, if I'm honest. The main one is that I want to document my journey. I'm 55. My journey through life has been a little bit... but I'm sure everyone's has. And I've kind of learned a lot along the way, and I've made a lot of mistakes. I've done some good things, but I've done a lot of things that, you know, probably weren't the best idea. But something I have always battled with is my weight. I don't know quite how I managed to achieve this, but since I got married, which was 6 years ago, I have managed to put on 10 stone. Now, I was overweight, obviously, when we got married. So when I say I don't know how I've managed to achieve it, obviously I've achieved it by eating too much food, but I never realised. I never noticed that it was getting that bad. So anyway, that's I've now taken steps to start new habits, and I've been doing that for about a month. So I started beginning of January. I am doing the Mounjaro injections. Started them in January, but that's a whole nother story which I'll include in a different video. Started in January. I decided to get weighed by the nurse at my surgery, because then it's the same scales, and you're not tempted to kind of do it every day and stuff. So I do it every 4 weeks at the surgery. So after 4 weeks I'd lost 19 pounds, which I was really pleased with, and I've carried on. I won't be seeing her until it's a 6 week gap this time, because unfortunately she's on annual leave. So I'll be going in the middle of March to get the next weigh in. But I have been sticking to it. I've been making very different choices to the ones that I would make previously. But again, that's something that I will talk about in another video. At the moment, I'm trying to, in a very roundabout way, tell you why I started the channel. So the second reason is because I do watch people on you. I watch My £600 Life. I watch the £1,000 Sisters, the Slater sisters. I watched, or I did watch, Amberlynn Reid. I have to confess I don't watch her anymore, but I do watch 2 of her reaction channels, one of which is Under the Hood, and the other one is Karina Kaboom. Oh, and I watch Alex Shook Up, is Shake Alex Up, whatever it's called. And I also do watch a little bit of Foodie Beauty. And the other day, I was chatting to Rich, who's my husband, and I said, you know, I'd really like to... Sorry, somebody has just walked up the road with no trousers and no pants. I'm not turning the camera around. Oh my gosh. Not only that, but as he walked past the car, he hiked his coat up. So I had... Oh my God. Okay, let me just go over that trauma for a second. Hang on. Right. Where was I? Oh yeah, Foodie Beauty. I was chatting with my husband, and I said, you know, I wish I had the stickability to kind of keep a diary. I can't even keep a food diary, never mind a like diary. And he said, well, you ought to put stuff on YouTube. My arm's aching. You ought to do a YouTube channel. And I said, yeah, I suppose I could. I could just like put videos there. I don't think that many people will watch them. I'm not that interesting. I really aren't. But at least it would document the journey, you know, and it would be something for me to look back at, because I don't have my photograph taken. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Have done for well over 10 years. And so I stay out of as many photographs as possible. So I do not have loads of selfies and loads of whatever's on my phone. Anyway, so there was that discussion, and I said, okay, yeah, you know, I could do that. And so I kind of went into my YouTube account and started setting things up. And I thought, I'll do that. Didn't know when, but I thought I will do that. Then I watched one of the latest Foodie Beauty videos. And if she's correct in the amount that she weighs, then prior to my starting this injection at the beginning of January, I was heavier than her. And I'm also older than her. And with all due respect, I mean no disrespect to Foodie Beauty, absolutely don't mean any disrespect, but that really scared me. It really, really scared me. I think it's because I'd been watching like Amber Lynn, and I'm not as heavy as her, and I don't have lymphedema and lipedema, and you know, I have other things, but I don't have that. But it just really scared me. Really scared me, because all the things that people were pointing out about Chantel, Foodie Beauty, and you know, saying like her diabetes was, her H1BAC, whatever it is, reading was really high, and I have type 2 diabetes. It just really scared me. Really scared me. My diabetes is under control, and my blood sugar levels are okay. And now that I'm taking Mounjaro, which I'll go into in another video, then that helps with that as well. But yeah, and I watched Under the Hood, watched Mr. Snowflake do a reaction video to Foodie Beauty's video, and he was saying about how her face looked, and it was puffy, and he said about her eyes were yellow. Don't think my eyes are yellow, but I was just, excuse me, looking at all the things that people were pointing out, and I was going, oh my God, like, are there things about me that I don't see? And clearly there are, because when I realised, and again, this is no disrespect to Foodie Beauty, when I realised we were the same way, I was like, oh my God. And so it made me scared, but it also made me more determined to continue what I've been doing for the last month. And it was only today at lunchtime that I watched that reaction video, and I thought I really want to do some videos for YouTube, because I really want to document. I will say I wanted to document my journey from the beginning. This isn't the beginning, this is a month in, but you know, was 4 weeks between friends, so that doesn't matter. But I really wanted to get a video down and kind of done, so that I just had something here to remind me of why I'm doing this. And that's why I started the channel. There's some weird people around here. Why I started the channel. Sorry. I want it to be, what do I want it to be? I want it to be an account of my journey, and I want it to be fun. I used to, some people who know me know this, I used to sell Body Shop products, and I used to be a Body Shop at Home rep throughout lockdown, and I used to do a lot of Facebook live feeds, and they were so much fun. They were just so much fun. And so I'd love it to be like that. I just love it to be fun. And we had this lovely little community of people, and I didn't care whether they bought products from me. I didn't care. You know, we just had this wonderful little community of people, you know, in the Facebook group and on the live feeds and stuff. And I'd kind of like it to be like that, you know, just to be fun. and just nice. That one of the reasons I've done this video sat in the car, I told you earlier why, but is I'm not really into, and I know some people are, and again, this is no disrespect to anyone, but I wanted you to see me as me. Like, this is me, here's my coat, my, to be quite frank, my grubby t-shirt, because I've been doing some paint and craft work today. So I do a lot of painting and stuff, so I tend to get a bit grubby. That's another video as well. The last time I wore makeup was for my niece's wedding, and that was nearly 2 years ago. Sometimes I will, but because I just feel like it. But as a general thing, I don't wear makeup. I have the most fantastic hairdresser in the world, who's also a really good friend of mine, and weekly he blow dries my hair for me. So my hair I'm always really happy with, because he looks after that. But you know, I don't wear expensive clothes. I don't wear tons of jewellery. I don't wear earrings. I don't wear loads of makeup. I know that I've got a double chin. I know that I've got wrinkles. I know that I've got grey hairs. And, you know, that's just me. So take me as I am. But that I wanted to do a video that just showed me as me. I didn't want to like go, oh, I've got to film my YouTube video. Let me go and like get changed into something that looks really, really good. Let me stick a filter on it. Oh, and let me do some makeup. Let me do. Because then you wouldn't really be seeing me, would you? And this is me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off here. But I will edit this, and I will do another video in the next day or so, probably starting, maybe we'll look at like from the beginning of January, so I can just tell you like what's happened over the last month. Then you'll all be up to date with like what's happening. Yeah, so that's me. Meow 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 meow.